Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. So today, I don't even know what to call this yet, but we're gonna get into it. Start off with Deku. Now, let's do a little background. Deku is a short, black, and a fat kid. He does everything. He tries to chase bitches so much. Focuses on his appearance so much. Focuses on stupid things so much. The main thing he wants is attention, specifically from women and the ones in his class. See, Zuko is the only male in his class, even though he keeps his head down most of the class and tries little things to get more attention, positive attention. Most of the time it's negative. And one day, Zuko Katsumi is just roasting the shit out of Deku. And every time somebody laughed, she would smack him in the head. And you're probably wondering why Zuko was put into this game. Because he was an outcast. He's basically an outcast. He did something stupid to get attention, and instead of them being attracted to what he did, they just laughed at him. And now he's stuck in this game, and he's just getting made fun of. Zuko just loses his temper, and he punches her. And as he falls on the ground, he grabs her head and he punches her again. It felt so good. He hit her again and again, and eventually they pulled him off of her. But the damage was already done. He was an outcast now. Even though they had did the same thing to him. And upon Izuku's mother finding out about him hitting another student, she raged out on him. She yelled at him. She cussed at him. She hit him even. Then she said, "You're going to your uncle's house." Zuku's uncle was a very... He was a downright terrible man in some people's eyes, but he just did his own thing. Now, Zuko's uncle, he would take him in. Zuko's uncle lived in New York. So, Zuko is taking the food up. So, he's going to New York. As he's packing his stuff, he's realizing how much his life is gonna change and how much his life has already changed. Before, he was just an outcast. Now he's a social pariah. And even though a lot of people think Katsumi could have beat him to death, they still accused him. They didn't look at what happened to him or what was happening to him. never looks at his mental state, never checks if he was actually okay. They just accuse him and sent him away. And that was his reality. He drops one of his clothes that he was putting into a suitcase and just falls onto the ground. He was crying. He didn't know why he was crying. It had already been decided. It had already been done. But it was just unfair. But from the get-go, he knew his life was going to be unfair. Only women have quirks, after all. He's just a normal human. He doesn't know what to do. He's confused and scared. So Izuku walks to the car and his mom is driving him. He tries to talk to her. She looks at him with this hatred in her eyes and disgust. She looks at him how all those other women look at him. And that hurt. It really did. And especially the yelling she did at him, that hurt as well. It hurt more than those punches and those kicks hurt. He was just a kid. He didn't know why he was being treated so badly. But that's his reality. He didn't even cry. He knew that wasn't going to change her mind. He gets out of the car and starts heading to the airport. He has this despair in his eyes. Walking towards the airport, he looks back at his mom. Or what was his mom. Watches her leave. He gets on the plane, walking to seeing all these happy families and happy people, especially happy girls. He asked himself again and again, why? How is this fair? How is it fair that he has to live a life of despair and they get to live in luxury? Why does he have to be the one that suffers? And a couple people, they had already heard about what he did because it was posted on Instagram. They start accusing him and yelling at him. And as the word gets out on the plane, everyone looks at him with disgust and disdain. Izuku gets off the plane. starts walking the path to get to his uncle's apartment, and he just breaks down on the ground. He's kneeling, his arms and legs are shaking. And over the span of 5 days, his life has completely changed. Just because he lost his temper. His mom hates him. His classmates hate him. He even hates himself. He starts crying and he just passes out. He wakes up in the hospital. Just runs away. He jumps out the window and rushes. Just runs, tears rolling down his face. He gets to his uncle's apartment. He doesn't even say hi. He just slams his face into his pillow and cries himself to sleep. He is on his phone after waking up, and he sees how his classmates are having fun. They didn't even care about him. And how people are just accusing and writing hate comments about him. Some of them even told him to kill himself, and he was considering it too. He throws his phone and it scrolls down to another video. And the guy in the video says there's billions of ways to make money. You just gotta find one that works for you, build on it, and become magnificent. He ignored those words. He got on his game and he started playing Apex. Zuko played a character named Crypto. See, Crypto, he wasn't a normal character. He was outcasted just like Zuko. That's why he picked him in the first place. And even Zuko thought he was useless at first. But then he started actually immersing himself into the character. Discovering how to use Crypto's drone tactical ability and his ultimate ability, his EMP. He used these abilities to dominate other people in the game. But this was only temporary happiness. Because even though he was beating a lot of people, his playstyle was looked down on because he wouldn't play how normal people would play. He would play smart. He wouldn't engage someone fully. He would outsmart them and then outplay them. And as people recorded his playing, as they died to him, they ridiculed him. But he ignored it. He was learning how to stay numb to things, stay down, and just keep staying down. He learned that he shouldn't get back up. As Suzuku arrives at school, he instantly starts getting pressed. People grab his shirt, asking where he came from, who is he, and under all this stress, Suzuku just starts crying. They start laughing at him. They record him. One of them even slaps him. And after that, he just, since he already knew that he shouldn't get back up, he should just stay down. He stopped coming to school. His uncle didn't really care about him. His uncle was already beaten down and defeated, so he wasn't there to help him either. And as the time flew by, he started thinking about the people who were bullying him, especially the girl, especially the leader of them, the girl. She wasn't the strongest girl in there by far, but she took charge. She acted like the leader, therefore becoming the leader. And as he thought about that one video clicked in his head. An idea clicked in his head. Wait, scratch that. He thought about them more and more, and eventually his play style on the game he was playing became more aggressive. He started commanding his teammates instead of just letting someone take charge and playing around them. This boosted him even higher. This was his escape. He decided he was going to get rich or die trying. He started making videos. either about him playing Apex or him just flying his drone around New York City. And as he flew his drone around, he would start collecting more and more information about people. Just like the character he played, used his drone to collect information and then outsmart his opponents. Something started growing inside him. As his viewers went from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40, a hunger for more came and arose inside him. Instead of just stopping at a YouTube channel, he started a small clothing brand where he would make crypto themed character, where he would make clothing revolving around the character he played and things he did while playing the game. This was a huge success. And he stopped, and as his loser mentality drifted away, he started getting confidence, and eventually he gained the confidence to go back to school. When that girl tried to bully him again, he punched her. Because Izuku had became more violent because of the environment he was put in. Because he was in the bad part of New York. He became more violent and aggressive. He punched her, then her group just ganged up on him, beating him down. So, instead of just letting it go, he took it seriously. Because of how they had embarrassed him multiple times. And that is where I'm going to end it off, folks. But remember, I know all you people who are watching this video right now have an amazing imagination. Look, man, there's billions of ways to make money out there. You just have to find a way to bring your imagination and make it physical. Don't settle. Get on the grind like me. Get on the grind, man. It don't matter how old you is. You have an amazing imagination. And in our economy, imagination is now everything. If you can't do something different from other people, then you're gonna get left behind. Y'all can do it, man. Get on the grind. Get on the grind, man. But that's all I gotta say for y'all boys for right now.